5, 4, 3, 2.
Well, hello, everybody, and thanks for joining us today on the H3 Podcast, joined by the wonderful Jack Black and Kyle Gass.
Yes.
Of Tenacious D, of whom we all love and appreciate. Today's episode is sponsored by MeUndies, Vincero, Robinhood, and Mint Mobile. Now, you guys are here. I can hear myself, Dan, but that's okay. You guys have a new animated series, Post-Apocolypto, that is on YouTube right now for free.
Yeah.
Why isn't everyone closing this and watching that? Well, listen to what they have to say first, right? And
I think it's kind of hard to find, but I'm an old man. I think the best way to find the full movie Post-Apocolypto is to go to tenaciousd.com and just click on it there for free.
And if you also go to tenaciousd.com, you can find out that these two wonderful men are touring all throughout this month. So grab some tickets and catch the D live.
The best one to see of all the shows we're playing is December 30th in Las Vegas. We're doing something very special. I can't say what we're doing there, but that's the one. If you can, you should get on a plane and fly to see Tenacious D in Las Vegas on December 30th.
A lot of people are gravitating towards our New Year's Eve show in Las Vegas, and that's the natural show. But the good show is right before that one. Has nothing to do with tickets.
There's only a couple tickets left.
Well, there's it's a little.
Well, and also Variety for your consideration. Hello.
What?
Tenacious D.
Did you guys see that?
And your consideration of Best Picture of the Year.
So, I don't know who put that in there.
Who did that?
Well, clearly it was Variety.
They have editorial content.
Now, I watched and loved so much this is it a movie or a show? Because it's 6 parts, and then you've got it all together in one slot. So do you think of it as a movie or a show?
Series?
Whoa.
Well, we have found that the best delivery system is actually on a big screen in a movie theater. And just seeing it all at once, sharing it with the fellow fans. And
So it's more of a movie.
so we didn't know. I think we accidentally made a movie.
When we started, we were making little episodes. We're making little 5 to 10 minute episodes, and then when we got to the 6th episode, the finale, we realized if we took away the intro, outro, and ran them as one movie, it actually played the best. So yeah, we think of it in a lot of different ways. It's an album, it's a TV show, it's a movie. It could be a Broadway play.
It could. It is practically.
Yeah. Well, the live show is very rock opera-esque presentation of the material
that's awesome.
as well. Yeah.
That sounds super fun.
Yeah.
Now,
Thinking maybe one-upping, Bruce Springsteen's on Broadway right now doing his show. I don't think he has any
Who's
lights
that?
and magic.
Yeah.
He's an old singer-songwriter. So I thought, why don't we just,
well,
scoop it?
I think you're kidding, but I would watch the heck out of a post-apocalypto Broadway show.
Yeah.
Well, part of the reason why we did Post-Apocalypto is we were jealous of Book of Mormon. Our arch enemies from South Park did this incredibly funny musical comedy. If you get a chance to see it, it's probably playing near your town now. Super raunchy, politically incorrect Broadway musical. And we were like, yeah, we want to party in that sphere.
Genre.
Rock?
Will you?
Yeah, the dramas.
Well, theirs isn't really a rock opera. Theirs is pretty,
Yeah, you're true.
It's actually classic.
It was
Dramatic
Broadway
song.
it was
musical.
so hard to see, and I was living in Israel at the time, and there was so much hubbub about it. I really wanted to see it, and the only thing I was able to find was a gentleman recording it on his cell phone from
the best way
from
to do it.
one of the back
Best way.
aisles, and I have to say I don't remember much, but I think it was good. Yeah.
We should still watch it.
Yeah, we should catch it.
Yeah.
But so you guys did everything on this, and it's a very unique style. It's a cartoon, but it's like one frame every 10 seconds. So you guys kind of, which I find charming. It's not like, I wouldn't consider it like, it's just a style, and I think it's very charming. Was this like a style that you guys chose for, or was it kind of an expedient thing?
Well, at first we were thinking we're just going to do a real rough version of what our fully animated show would be. You know, we were making our Rick and Morty, basically. And nobody wanted it on any of the networks. So then we were like,
Well, it was
these
kind of a
guys.
pitch, right? I mean,
we're going to just do it our way. And it was just the cheapest way to do it.
Right. Yes.
But at the end of the day, it ended up being, in a way, funnier than if we had fully
Charming.
animated.
It is charming. There wasn't any point where I was like, oh, I wish I had more frames.
Right.
Because you get it.
You totally get it.
And I mean, I totally understand as I watched that robot vagina suck and swirl on that cock.
Spoiler alert.
In a way, it makes it less
Spoiler alert.
pornographic when it's just frames. You know what I mean?
I don't know. I was chubbed up. I never wanted to fuck a robot before, and I watched your guys' show. All of a sudden, I can't wait.
We're ahead of the curve.
Thinking, hey, when we're done with this YouTube series, we're gonna like release it on Apple TV. But then Apple was like, well, wait a second. You have to get a rating from the ratings board, the MPAA ratings board.
Good luck.
And we're like, fine. We went to the MPAA. We paid them the $1,000 or whatever it costs to get the thing. And then they said, this is NC-17. And it cannot be shown anywhere, ever. Like, really? And if a drawing of a penis? And it's like a badly drawn drawing of it. It's not like photorealistic.
No.
And at the end of the day, I think it's like the sweetest pornography you've ever seen. It's like it's got a real message of love.
Yes.
It's not coming from a place of
Exploitation. I don't
Absolutely no exploitation. None at all. Everyone is enjoying themselves. There's a scene. Well, the robot does put a finger in the butt.
Yeah.
And also
Spoiler alert.
Takes the balls and guides the penis into the vagina.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
But I was like, wow.
Well, in a way, it's very educational.
It is. That's true.
It saves you a conversation about the birds and the bees if you want to just show.
Parents.
Well, you guys gave a warning beforehand. But
That's true.
I noticed so on YouTube, you've got these 6 episodes in the movie. The only one that isn't age restricted is the first episode. And I don't know if you guys know about how YouTube works, but when a video gets age restricted, they share it less.
Yeah.
Oh, we know all too well.
Well,
I think there's bots flying around looking for shapes of penises.
It's not just that they. It's not
So crazy.
just that they don't share it. It's like it's impossible to find the full movie if you type in Tenacious D post-apocolypto full movie. It still doesn't come up.
Yeah.
And if you're not signed in, you can't watch it.
No.
That's okay, but I just want people to be able to find it. That's why I'm only telling people
Go to the
tenaciousd.com. Yeah, that's the best way.
But if you go to the channel, you'll see it all there.
Yeah.
But yeah, YouTube does it. They bury stuff. They'll just bury it because they're so afraid of it harming their platform and scaring advertisers away. But it's just a little.
What about this for promotion though? The show YouTube didn't want you to see.
That's excellent.
Doesn't that always get people?
Absolutely.
They have to watch it then.
Well, I'm telling you, you're gonna watch this robot swirl its vagina around a cock, and you'll be like, "Damn, I can't wait for the future."
Yeah, I mean the future is
They
now.
gotta
I
have
think
that.
there already are robots. They're talking about robot brothels now.
So I heard of a sex doll brothel.
Yeah.
Yes,
But I don't know that
Same
there's
thing as-
mechanics in the vagina because it's just a sloppy plastic gooey
That is
vagina.
just around the corner, though.
Yeah.
Sound
Yeah.
really
I hope so.
appealing.
Now, would you guys fuck a robot that had like a super vag?
I don't think so.
Why not?
I must admit, in my youth, I think there might have been a doll experience.
Tell me about that more.
Well, I might have.
It's the operative word.
Continue.
In the early days of experimentation,
Yeah.
when you want to practice, I think that the dolls can be a great educational tool.
I fully, first of all, no judgment on my side. I mean, at that age, you put your dick in just about anything.
Yeah, I mean,
But tell me about, what did the doll look like?
kind of like a classic doll. Yeah.
Where did you get it? Where do you get those? Because do you have to be of age, or do you get those at a sex shop?
There might have been some shoplifting involved. I don't think I should go into all the
There
details.
was a lot of might have.
There might have been a crazy night out
That's
with my
funny.
pals from UCLA. I was in the theater department.
Well,
Yeah.
there you go. Experimenters.
Yeah, I might have been like 19 years old, so it's like, wait, that's a little old for needing a doll.
Well,
But no, there's no age limit on when you need a doll.
well, apparently you can't even buy it until you're 18. So the people that need it the most don't have access to it, right?
Yeah. In fact, I think maybe the target audience is men in their 40s for the dolls.
That could be. That absolutely could be.
Thank God I'm too old for that. I think I just depended on a large pillow, I think, with that. Vivid imagination.
Yeah, I want to expand on this further.
Your show.
And I don't know
Ask
if
away.
I'm taking it too far, but if you fuck a robot sex doll, is it cheating?
Oh, if you're married and you have sex
And
with
then
a
you're like,
doll.
well, I want this vagina that can swirl and suck and do everything, but I mean, it's just a robot. Is that cheating?
I think it depends on the secrecy of the act. If
I
what
don't
if
know.
like maybe you're going on the road to do a job and your wife would actually give you a doll or like a
placeholder.
fleshlight, something that would fit in the. Isn't a fleshlight basically a sex robot?
Well, it's not a robot, but it is a sex fleshlight.
What are we talking about? A flashlight?
You don't know about
fleshlight?
fleshlight?
No.
Even
It's
I
like
know.
a flashlight
Let me pull it
with
up.
like a penis in it.
Let me. Well,
It's soft.
let me show you a
supple.
fleshlight.
A fleshlight.
Here, you
Does
will
it-
love this. Can I show a fleshlight on the stand? What do you think?
Oh, wow. There's a lot there.
Well, here, this one is not very graphic, so let me show you this one. Oh, Christ's sake, it's on Amazon.
Here I've been wasting my time with my hand all these years.
Well, so let's start here. Ela, is a fleshlight infidelity? Here, this is a fleshlight.
Okay.
Usually it's shaped more like a vagina, but I don't want to. You can see it on the screen there.
Oh,
But it's basically, and I love that they make it look like a flashlight of all things. Like put your dick in this flashlight.
well, any kind of sphere or any kind of
Does it light up?
cylindrical.
It's
There's
called
no
light.
Oh wow, does this
Only
one
when
light
you're
up?
It
doing
should
it-
light up.
Well, here we have a video.
Well, you have
Please
to
don't
do
be
it
a penis.
successfully.
Please don't be a penis. Okay, we better
No,
not watch
don't
it.
watch
Hold
that.
on. Yeah.
Yeah, well, let's
We're live. We're live.
It seems like the light could create some warmth.
Oh.
Wow. So, can I use a fleshlight, Ela, without consulting with you?
I guess it would just be a little weird
Yeah.
if you did.
Okay.
But
So, if it doesn't have a face, it's not cheating.
I think the parameters just have to be decided on
Together.
yourselves. Yeah.
yeah.
But what's the difference
caring
between
partner.
fleshlight and masturbating? And
Yeah. It's,
sorry to include you guys on this conversation.
It's all right. No, masturbation's important.
Yeah.
Well, maybe is masturbation cheating?
Yeah.
No.
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 Especially if you're like, ugh, get out of here, go masturbate.
Yeah, you don't want to see that.
Give me a break.
Yeah, exactly.
I think I was reading though. It's important that you should masturbate together, though. You should be
Not all the
comfortable.
time.
Well, no, but comfortable enough
With
but-
eye contact?
I don't know.
Intense laser.
Maybe we need to try that, Kyle, to bring our band closer
I can
together.
see that.
I'd assumed you guys had done that.
It worked
already,
for the
frankly.
Beatles,
Yeah.
supposedly.
Right.
Yeah.
How about
Right.
that?
Yep.
I'm on board.
Hamburg, not a lot to go.
Famously.
That was a Howard Stern interview. I heard that
Yes,
live.
and Ringo claimed he wasn't there for that
Yeah.
session.
He hadn't joined
Oh,
the
yeah.
band yet.
Free-
He had the
yeah.
perfect alibi. He was there. He was there.
Finally.
I find it funny how people made such a big scoop out of it. Well, it's funny. Besides that, it's funny. But like, people started trying
There
to
was,
draw
like,
the conclusion
serious
that they were like
articles.
lovers and all this, you know. And it's just a couple dudes jerking off in the dark. I mean, right?
Was
Yeah,
it,
they're young.
Was it
They're
all of
kids.
the early Beatles?
Yes.
Yeah.
And maybe, maybe that's why they kicked out the drummer. Is they didn't like the way he masturbated with them.
Could be.
Well, that's
He
how you
was
audition.
snaring all the ladies, though. He was an American. And apparently he was very good looking.
Is he still available for drumming?
Sure he is.
Wouldn't that be
He's-
something if we got the best in the D?
You got Sasha.
No, we got great drummer.
So you guys did the voice, the art, the music, the writing. This is your baby, post-apocolypto.
Yeah.
You're saying tour de force.
That was coming next, tour de force. And who was the art director? Because
Yeah.
there is a very distinct art style throughout. Art direction, Jack
He's
Black.
all art
A
all the time.
Renaissance man.
I actually tried to draw a cell just to show Jack what it would be like if he wasn't drawing it, and it was really bad.
So
It's like burn.
did you actually draw it?
I did draw it, but we got
You got help probably to.
we got a colorist who is an amazing Michael Molina to do all the color with his computer. And we were gonna hand over the reins to some other animator and artist at some point, but that was back when we had dreams of having a Netflix or a HBO series. And then we were like, you know what? It's better this way anyway.
We were laughing so
homemade.
hard with the homemade version.
Beavis and Butthead isn't well drawn, but it's great.
It's
I wouldn't want someone to draw Beavis and Butthead
All
better.
slick anime style.
No, it's because they're badly
It would be
drawn that
interesting,
makes
though.
them so hilarious.
So nobody wanted this show. I mean, I find that
Nobody.
pure insanity.
Wanted it. Well,
I
It's
would
a little
want-
spicy.
somebody.
Nef-
What was that one?
yeah.
That kind of was interested.
Well,
I forget
I don't
the
know.
name.
None of the major players.
No.
But
were you guys uncompromising on the penis and set like very graphic sex
yeah.
shots?
No, we presented what we wanted to put on the air. We weren't saying, "Hey, we want to do something like this." We were like, "We want to do this."
Raunchy.
Yeah, and no one wanted to go with us down that crazy path. But in a way, we were kind of glad about that because it gave us an opportunity to really go
It seemed kind of liberating. It's like, now it's just kind of a fun project you're doing with your friends.
exactly how we wanted to make it.
Well, I loved it, and I urge everyone to go watch it.
Thank you.
Now, do you guys watch YouTube?
Incessantly.
I know. Oh, really?
I do.
Could you
What do you
get
like?
closer to
Well,
the mic?
oh yeah, I'm sorry.
Thank you.
Well, I'll just go down strange wormholes, as we call them. Like, I wonder if Thin Lizzy played a live concert in the UK in '74 or something, and I'll just find myself watching old concerts
down
or
the
anything.
hole.
I mean, and
Yeah.
this sort of leads, and YouTube's kind of brilliant at leading you to the next thing.
Oh,
that
yeah.
you might be like, oh, that's I would be interested in that.
Yeah, their algorithms.
That would-
they know us
pretty-
better than we do.
Yeah. So I find it, eminently entertaining.
That's great.
But I guess most people don't watch it like I do. I guess.
Well, there's different worlds. There's people that like watch YouTube for the personality, or I don't know what to say. There's people that produce content on YouTube, and then there's I think a lot of people like you who use it just because everything's on YouTube.
Because everything's
you can
on
watch tutorials, you can watch music, you can watch bands, and then you just go down this crazy rabbit hole of like endless content. So there's two types of people, and I guess you're very much the
Well, and there's the endless. I mean, how do I play something on guitars?
right.
It's like, well, it's so easy.
Yeah.
There it is.
Jack, do you use?
I do go on the YouTubes mainly to like figure out how to make potato latkes.
Yes.
Or something like that.
Which
I
you'll be
use
doing
it.
today.
Exactly. I'm having some family over this evening for a Hanukkah celebration.
Hold on, let me see if I can.
Now, I've never made the potato latkes.
What time is that at? What time
Somebody
is that
else
at?
in the family would be in charge of those. So this time,
How did you get stuck with Latka duty this year?
it's it's sad, but my mom used to make the latkes, and she
Aw.
died recently. So it's,
I'm sorry for you.
but
for your loss.
yeah, but so I think it's gonna take a village. We're all gonna. I have a bunch of graters and a pile of potatoes.
Well, latkes
That's a
is.
good start.
I think latkes is like poker, as they say. It takes a day to learn, a lifetime to master.
Yeah,
So you will be a latke king someday.
but you're always just one YouTube video away from making the perfect latke.
That's true.
That's my
In this day and
my
age.
hope anyway.
Yeah.
Do you guys light the menorah and do the whole thing?
Of course.
You say the prayer?
Are you ready for it?
Are you kidding me?
Tell me if I do this correctly. I've
Alright,
never
I
been
will.
to Israel.
I'll tell you.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam. This is the hard part. Asher kirishanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Hanukkah.
That's impressive.
Amen.
Wow.
Shredder was
Go get Rabbi Black.
Music
My
soothe the savage beasts.
Do you know any other Hebrew prayers? Because I'm
That was
ready for
really
a service.
impressive.
I know
seriously.
some of the songs.
All right,
Hanukkah, oh Hanukkah, come light the menorah. Let's have a party, let's all have a Torah.
my God.
Around the table we'll give. You know.
I don't know.
That sounds
Actually,
like
that was
a
the word.
no.
That
Yeah.
sounds like a modern take.
Well, you know what's
It doesn't sound like
No,
it.
I think that was written way
That-
back in the
Really?
60s.
that was when
In the
the
60s.
1860s.
That's what
actually I'm pretty sure Jesus they had him in a chair and they were doing the whole saga about
A lot
Neville.
of
and
people
that's
forget.
They
Yeah.
don't remember
Jesus
that.
was a Jew.
Oh, God.
king of the Jews, in fact.
Yes.
The king.
You actually pronounced everything correct too.
Because
Wait,
she's Israeli.
Because people
so-
you hear, especially,
we
they'll
know.
say like
Shalom. How do you say thank you in Hebrew?
"Toda."
Todan. When in doubt, I go shalom because it means so many things.
yeah,
like
because
aloha.
you got everything. Yeah, it is.
Mahalo.
Toda.
Vakasha. That's-
You are a lot of us were surprised to learn that you're Jewish. I don't know why,
Yeah.
but that came as a surprise to a lot of us. But your father was born a Jew.
No.
Oh.
my
The
father was born Protestant.
Right.
My mother was born a Jew, which makes me full Jew,
Yes.
according to the Jews.
Hey,
true.
I'm not questioning your Jew
And the
card.
idea is, we know where you came from,
You're
your
right.
mom,
Yeah.
because we have witnesses. We're not positive if your
You know
dad was
what?
a Jew or not.
That's so true. I never thought of it like
That's
that.
why
It's like you came out of that vagina.
Then you are, yes.
we didn't. We don't have DNA.
They didn't have
back.
Murray
We didn't-
Povich back.
Right.
You are.
Yeah. Is that
Yeah.
the best show ever when they start breakdancing and shit in front of the baby? But your
It might be.
that I love it. I love it so much. But your story is unusual because usually I find that it's the male or the female that converts to Judaism. But your dad converted to Judaism, right?
Yeah.
I find that fascinating.
Well, it wasn't just because he loved my mom, but also because he was into Judaism.
Wow.
But since they divorced, he is now no longer practicing Jew.
He dropped it.
Yeah.
It's like when you lose certain friends in a divorce, he lost the Jew.
You love the Jew, of course.
But yeah, so I was raised Jew. I got my bar mitzvah, and then I immediately sort of bailed
You take
on
the
the whole
check.
enterprise.
Yeah, me too. Exactly, me too.
But a lot of kids, what they'll do, they'll do the.
But now you're back.
They'll do the bar mitzvah, and then they'll stick around till 16, or they'll stick around for the confirmation or hearings or whatever it is that
See,
happens later.
I booked it at 13. I don't know what the
because we
confirmation.
are then officially adults.
Well, you get the
Yeah.
check. You got the
Yeah,
check,
there's-
I
right?
did not get the big payday that I was
What the
expecting.
F? That's the
I
freaking
got
point.
like socks and an Intellivision cartridge.
Well, somebody got the money.
Somebody.
And a lot of times the parents will be like, thank you, repaying all those years of Torah school. Because I know
Dude.
my parents got thousands and all they bought me, and I was grateful at the time. But in retrospect, I'm like, holy shit, they embezzled my bar mitzvah money. And this is I'm calling you guys out. All I got was an N64. And I know they got like 10 G's.
N64. See, I'm a little older than you because Nintendo wasn't even out in 1982
Yeah.
when I got my bar mitzvah.
So you got socks.
Yeah, and an Intellivision cartridge. It was a sad turnout, but it was a celebration because, as you said, I no longer had to go to Hebrew school.
Yes.
which was additional school. I had
know.
school, and then I had to go to after
worst.
school.
It's
Tuesdays,
additional
Thursdays, and
school?
Sundays.
Yeah.
yeah.
What?
You go
It
in the
was-
evening.
Who would do that?
Well, so Ela doesn't understand.
Kids that are pressured by their
The
parents.
It was part of it was
That-
part of your life. You didn't have to think about extra Judaism.
Yeah, exactly. She doesn't understand what us American Jews have been
Extra
through.
school for
Because
a
she
kid.
speaks Hebrew. And she doesn't understand that we just learned the Hebrew so we can do the bar mitzvah and that none of us even know what the F we're talking
Yeah.
about.
Yeah, that's pretty weird.
I still have a
so
couple
strange.
words. Shalom, Abba, Ima,
Abba, Ima.
Ma Neshana Halayla Hazech, Mikol Halelo.
Almost.
Wait, what did he say? What was that one?
Mikol Halelo.
That's the Passover. Manishtana.
It's just some lyrics from a song. I don't even know the meaning of those words.
Well, my favorite, if you guys want something to take away from this, is Baruch Hashem,
Baruch
which means
No, Bezrat Hashem. That's the
Bezrat-
one you like.
Okay, messed up.
Oh man.
Bezrat. Oh, this is live. We can't go back. Bezrat Hashem, which means
It's like with God's help.
With God's help.
But when someone will say like, let's say, oh, you're going on tour, that's cool. You'll say Bezrat Hashem, like,
But what I like
which
about
is
it,
like, yes, but let's not.
Let's not get over our skis.
Yeah.
but what
Still
I
need-
like about it is when you use it in very like trivial things. Of like, well, I'm gonna I gotta go take a shit. Yizrat Hashem, with God's help. You know, and that's when it really.
Then it's a little more
shines.
humorous.
I love it. Love it.
I was just thinking about the prayer, Baruch Atah Adonai. It's blessed our God, King of the universe.
Amazing.
Yeah, it's pretty nuts.
You could use that in every day, like
Yeah.
Baruch Atah Big Mac.
King of the universe.
I don't know. That might not work. But yeah.
That reminded me of Flash, King of the Impossible.
Yeah.
Flash. Oh.
That makes me think I need to see that Queen movie.
Oh yeah.
Have you seen the Queen movie?
No, not
I gotta
yet.
tell you, huge fan of Queen. Very little desire to see it.
I
But-
know it was kind of the thing to see, and then it wasn't the thing to see.
It was weird. Like
But
No,
then I
I
went
think
and
it's
saw
the
it.
opposite. It was it was the thing to see, and then it wasn't the thing to see, and then I think it is the thing
No,
to see
it
again
is the
now.
thing to see,
Because
really.
it's not the thing to see. It
No,
becomes
because
the
now
No,
it
yeah.
seems like it's become a worldwide phenomenon.
The good
Really?
news
It's
was
a
I
huge
saw
hit
it
all over the world.
when it wasn't the thing to see, and I was so pleasantly surprised because it wasn't the thing to see.
and it was good.
I was like, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you go in, it's a Hollywood biopic.
Yeah.
They're going to fudge this, that, and the other, and the details. But it's like, that guy's performance. I mean, imagine, like,
killed it.
okay, you got to play Freddie Mercury,
Mm-hmm.
iconic, charismatic rock star of all time, and just nail it. Get all okay, here's the script. Go work on that. And he does. It's
Wow.
kind of amazing.
Well, I guess
All right.
I should see it because
Yeah.
I am a
I would see
huge
it.
fan.
Love it. Love
And-
Queen.
There's a new phenomenon that someone on YouTube pointed out really funnily, that there's a phenomenon of people pretending they've never heard Bohemian Rhapsody.
Oh my
before.
God.
Oh, I saw that, like the adults listen on that thing we did.
Oh yeah.
Oh, like people react.
Yeah, people react,
Yeah,
whatever.
the Fine
And
Bros.
Why would they pretend like they have never heard
Because they're getting tons of views and it's like related to the video, but it's like everybody's
guess
heard
there's a
Bohemian
lot
Rhapsody.
of
come on, everyone's heard it.
exactly.
And so they're like,
Grocery store.
they go and they go.
Elevator.
They're like, here's a song by Queen,
they don't
Bohemian
know how to say it.
Rhapsody, and they're like, whoa! and what is this? Well, anyway, Gus Johnson
Yeah.
made a video about it. He's
Yeah.
like, why are they all lying? They're all lying.
It's like that Jimmy Kimmel Eyewitness News.
Yeah.
Just get people to say anything on
Yeah,
camera.
you can't. Well, yeah. So we're going to throw it to a quick commercial break that we have pre-recorded for our convenience.
Can we hear it?
You can. but
You don't have
that
to.
Yeah. But we'll be back after this short commercial break with these two fine, wonderful human beings. See you soon. Have you finished your holiday shopping yet? Well, no worries, because you can get everything you need for you and your loved ones over at MeUndies. You have never felt a fabric so soft and luscious before, and the good news is it's going to hold your genitals, one way or the other. These smooth, micromodal, 3 times softer than cotton is going to be rubbing up on your genitals, and that's where you want it to be. Not in a sexual way, but just that you want to take good care of that part of your body, and you're going to have fun, playful patterns like this sushi underwear. Oh, you can take hey, is that a chopstick or my penis? In my case, it's hard to tell the difference. It's not as long as a chopstick, but it is as thin. Why stop at undies? MeUndies also has cozy lounge pants and onesies and socks in the super soft fabric, perfect for wearing on Christmas morning. Guys, MeUndies has got a great offer for our listeners. For any first-time purchasers, when you purchase any MeUndies, you get 15% off and free shipping. Order by December 16th for free shipping in time for Christmas. Are you crunched for time? You can't go wrong with a MeUndies gift card. It's a no-brainer. You're going to get 15% off. You can get the most comfortable underwear you or anyone you've known has ever worn. I'm telling you. That's all I wear now. To get your 15% off your first pair, free shipping, and 100% satisfaction guaranteed, head on over to MeUndies.com/H3. That's MeUndies.com/H3. Vincero Watches has learned that luxury is a process. It's not about specs, and it's not about price. It's not a marketing term to be thrown around. It's about attention to detail, a step-by-step process to craft every product. It's this process that separates us from the competition, them from the competition. I'm not associated with them. They just pay me to read this. It's a belief that you, Hila, yes, you, deserve the best. They are tired of cookie-cutter designs and mass-produced minimalistic watches that have flooded the market. They want to offer a watch that was able to stand out, get noticed, get your dick sucked, and set yourself apart rather than conform to simple design, all at an accessible price. They are able to provide the look and feel of bold luxury watches that are 10 times the price by selling directly to the customer. So, the holidays are coming up, guys. It's the perfect time to get yourself or your friends and family a gift. And what's a better gift than Vincero watches? Get your dick sucked. That's not their slogan. I made that up. But it could happen. Furthermore, we are offering to engrave on the back to create a personalized message to give a gift that makes the right statement. So go to vincerowatches.com/H3December and enter the promo code H3H3 to get 15% off your entire order. vincerowatches.com/H3December. If you're like me, you don't know anything about investing, and that's why Robinhood is such a great investing app. It lets you buy and sell stocks, ETFs, options, cryptos, all commission-free. They strive to make financial services work for everyone, not just the wealthy, and it's a non-intimidating way for stock market newcomers to invest for the first time with true confidence. Here's why it's so great. They've got a simple, intuitive, clear design with data presented in an easy-to-digest way. Now, I don't know anything about trading stocks, but Dan learned how to trade using this app. And he says that they have tutorials that show you and kind of take your hand and tell you what you're doing so you can learn as you trade. Is that right, Dan?
That is accurate.
All right. Robinhood, no commission, no fees. Other brokers charge up to $10 for every trade, but Robinhood doesn't charge commission fees. Trade stocks and keep all of your profits. Boom. Learn by doing. Learn how to invest as you build your portfolio. Discover new stocks and track favorite companies with personalized newsfeed. You're going to get custom notifications for price movement so you never miss the right time to invest. And now, you want to learn how? Learn with a free stock. Compliments of Robinhood. They're giving away a free stock like Apple, Ford, or Sprint to help build your portfolio. Sign up at h3podcast.robinhood.com. That's h3podcast.robinhood.com and get a free stock to get started and learn how's it done. There's nothing better about the holiday season than unwrapping a brand new phone until you get hit with that brand new monthly bill. Big wireless providers can really suck the joy out of the holidays. So this year, don't just upgrade your phone, upgrade your wireless provider and switch to Mint Mobile. For a limited time, Mint Mobile is offering the best holiday deal in wireless you've ever seen. 3 months of service for only $20 for limited time, guys. Mint Mobile's holiday deal is here. You get $20 to get you 3 months of wireless service of 5 gigabytes of 4G LTE data each month, plus unlimited talk and text. You can use your own phone with any Mint Mobile plan. You can keep your old phone number along with all your existing contacts. Mint Mobile runs on the nation's fastest, most advanced LTE networks. And if you're not 100% satisfied, Mint Mobile has you covered with their 7-day money-back guarantee. Ditch your old wireless bill and start saving with Mint Mobile. This is how it comes. They send you a SIM card, you pop it in your phone, you're good to go. These guys, I love it so much. I love this product. The internet has gotten way too expensive. We need a company like this to come disrupt. That's why I love Mint Mobile. Give them a shot, guys. Take advantage of this Mint Mobile holiday deal before it is gone. 3 months of wireless for $20 and get the plan shipped to your door for free by going to mintmobile.com/H3. That's mintmobile.com/H3. That's 3 months of service for just $20 at mintmobile.com/H3. Welcome back, guys. So we've got a lot of developments over the break. My parents are listening, and they have some beef with what I said about them embezzling my bar mitzvah money. So go ahead, Dan.
They messaged me pretty much within a minute of you saying that. Ask Ethan if he forgot the Disneyland trip with 20 of his friends for his bar mitzvah. Stole his money. Ha.
Wait, I didn't. Okay, Mom, I didn't realize that I was paying for my own bar mitzvah trip.
Ungrateful.
Wait, there's more. There's more. I spent $5,000 on his bar mitzvah, and everything he got, which wasn't very much, went into his own bank account. His memory is a bit off. Using his parents for a laugh. Shameful.
Whoa!
using the parents for the
Smackdown, bar mitzvah,
Wait.
smackdown.
I want to think,
God.
if you can't use your parents for a laugh, where are we?
Yeah.
I mean, they're fair game.
There you heard it from Kyle Gass himself, Mom.
Come on, Mom.
Okay,
light load.
Mom, if I can retort real fast, and this is perfect because you cannot respond. One, I'm not supposed to pay for my own bar mitzvah party.
Yeah, Mom.
What kind of madness is that? Oh, I paid. Yeah, give me. And then the money in the bank. She says it went into my college fund, right?
Mm-hmm.
Whatever that. That's what they always say when they take your money.
Yeah.
College fund. Okay, you stole my money. Well, we got a lot to deal with.
Did you go to college after all?
I did.
Did you graduate?
Barely.
Because Jack and I are nowhere near graduating college.
I barely graduated, and the only reason I did was because I went to UCSC, the most forgiving
Santa
college,
Cruz?
yeah, in the
Yeah.
world,
Oh,
really.
yeah, no grades? Remember that?
Well, they changed that.
They changed that.
Some classes are still pass, no pass,
Mm-hmm.
but for the most part, you get grades.
Yeah.
But they're very not only liberal in spirit, but also in their forgiveness of the grading system.
Yeah. They're about learning.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yes.
Was it all the professors were hippies?
Yeah.
Because that's what I
The
imagine
whole
with Santa
studio.
Cruz University.
A
Yeah.
lot of
Yes.
wood.
A lot of hacky sack. A lot of ultimate frisbee.
That's the best.
Well,
Actually,
I will tell you, Jack, that they had the #1 ultimate frisbee team in the nation.
That's no joke.
And you're right, there was a lot of hacky sack as well. So, yes.
On the sidelines, that would have been me.
Yes.
I want to see. Do you have any video of Frasier falling off stage?
I do.
What? You do?
It's so coincidental that you asked me that.
I would love to see that.
As these guys were walking in, the God Vape is right outside the door. We had the iPad of Kelsey Grammer falling off stage, and so they hadn't seen this video. So I absolutely adore this video.
Is he like giving a TED talk here or something?
I think he's giving a
On recovery?
He's talking about acting.
He's being very serious, and without further ado, enjoy. Kelsey Grammer falls off stage.
Through It's a Small World, pretending I was a UN interpreter.
Oh, God.
I think I'm... Wow, that was really, really bad.
And there you have it. You want to see that one more time? My favorite is
Yes.
where he goes, "Oh dear Lord."
I know, because I was laughing on top of the "Oh dear Lord," I think. Let's see it again.
It's a nasty fall.
He's like in character as Frasier.
Interpreter.
Good Lord.
Wait, we did it again. Go
Okay.
back a little
Yeah,
bit, because
yeah.
I really want to get. I
The
want to
UN
get.
interpreter.
Oh good Lord.
Pretending I was a UN interpreter.
How did he not hurt
It's a
himself?
rough one.
He just took a little tumble.
That stage looks treacherous.
Yeah, it's like
The front of the stage looks like it has jagged wooden teeth.
Yeah, that's
He
not right.
fell in between the wooden teeth.
Have you guys ever had any stage malfunctions or any issues on stage? Because we were recently watching a collection of artists falling off stage,
Yeah.
and there's a lot of
So
hazards
many.
up there by the look of it.
Well, occasionally a fan will run up and try to hug Jack. I think that's happened a couple times.
Don't you remember the one though where I did have
You
one?
did.
You did.
And I think it was when we were out on tour with the Beastie Boys. We were doing we were rocking the vote.
Oh,
They were rocking the vote, and we were just sort of coming along for the
Tagging
ride.
along.
We were opening up for the Beasties, and I was like stomping across the stage, and then I just like stomped in between two big. Like you can also walk on top of the big speakers that are out there.
Right, yeah.
And I like stomped in between speakers, and I went down all the way to my hip.
oh no.
But the adrenaline bounced me right back up, and I kept on rocking and pretending as though nothing happened. And I think that might have prevented it from going viral, was that I recovered too quickly. But it was pretty intense, and I came very close to breaking my hip.
One of the great, do you remember Cones? One of the great falls we had during a show was our guitar player. And he was shredding the electric guitar solo to the heavens, melting faces, and he's walking back. And then he trips over his, just a direct kind of, he had to get right back up though and continue rocking. He was.
Do we have
embarrassed.
videotape of that?
We should.
Might be on YouTube.
But luckily, there's been no serious injuries on the Tenacious D tour.
That's good. And when you fell, were you like injured, or you were just kind
No,
of
I think
sore?
you came right
bruised
back.
up a little
I
bit?
was sore and bruised, but no, the show must go on, and we had a show the next day. I think it was fun, but yeah, I felt it, the dings and
Well, there's this one video of Justin Bieber. Like, there's just a straight up hole
Yeah.
on the stage, and this poor guy.
That's not right.
the Biebs went down the hole.
Yeah, let me show you.
He went down the rabbit
Falls
hole.
in hole, and I feel so bad for him because it's like, what can you
Justin
do
Bieber
when there's
falls
just a
in-
hole on stage? You know,
Is he wearing a kilt?
he's wearing a lot of layers. I don't know if it's really cold in
Looks
there.
like he's kind of got an Axl Rose thing going there.
Yeah, yeah.
So and so Bob's your uncle, and bye bye Birdie.
Oh god, the anticipation
Oh, no.
of the
Yeah,
black
it really
hole.
is.
There's a
Oh god!
no. Why would there be a hole
Why
there?
would there be a hole?
Why would there be a hole?
That poor guy. I felt so bad.
Oh,
There's
man.
just a hole.
You know,
Like he never had a chance.
he's got to get an accident lawyer for that because he's got a
deep.
good case.
He went neck deep though.
Here, I'll play that for you again. But yeah, he goes all the way down.
It's never quite as serious when you weigh 112 pounds though.
Right. Sure.
Right.
You know what I mean? Nothing really
Yeah,
hurts.
that's
as
just
bad
the
though.
normal stage. And then. Whoa! Woo! Man.
That last step was a doozy.
That had to be like for an effect or something. Like,
Well-
there's dancers popping up through
Yeah,
that hole or
yeah.
something.
Theory is that
But
he
the-
came through the hole.
But they're supposed to close
Oh,
it.
that's how
properly.
But
he
you gotta close.
Okay,
the
yeah,
hole.
you got to close the hole. How often?
Everybody knows to close the hole.
Everybody knows. Everybody knows. Close the
Now,
hole.
there's something I heard about you that I found was interesting, or I was thinking about as you said. We both had this experience. We turned 13 and we said "smell you later" to the Jews.
Yeah.
But since you've had kids, I've heard that you've returned to synagogue.
Well, I did feel like it was important for them to feel part of a community, and I wanted them to have that experience. And we did have them enrolled in a school that had Hebrew studies as part of the curriculum, so it wouldn't feel like they had to go to extra school after school. But it wasn't a good fit for the boys. We were there for a few years. It's a good school, but God, it's been actually so much stress, dude. Is figuring out the right school for our kids. I've spent so much time and energy and just like anxiety over this part. I had no idea being a parent could be so hard. I thought it was going to
Just
be
go public school.
I know public school. Just
Well, what's wrong with public? Well, tell
What's
me
wrong
about
with public
yeah,
school?
I'm curious.
it doesn't feel like our society puts enough energy towards public education.
Well, there are
so tragically, I feel like even though it's not fair, I feel like I have to use the resources that we have at our disposal to give our kids the best possible education, and that unfortunately does not include public school at this time in our neighborhood.
Sure.
So,
and is it a problem for your kids being? Does it cause issues for them being your son? Does that ever?
yeah, that is a factor too.
Interesting.
It's when everybody knows who your father is, that's kind of a weird situation for them to be in, and to them to not know if like their friends are friends because they're.
Yeah, that's complicated for a kid.
Yeah.
It's hard enough for an adult. I mean.
Yeah, but I think my boys are relatively well adjusted, and it was actually my son Sammy who turned me onto your show.
Oh,
He was
thank
Oh,
God.
really?
Yeah.
Bless him.
loves
Bless
the
him.
H3H3.
Sammy.
Oh, what a
That's so
sweetheart.
awesome.
Yeah.
There you go.
How old is he?
He's 12, but he's
Oh, what a sharp
he's very
little guy.
advanced.
Yeah.
Very advanced.
Wow.
And
Sammy, thank you so
Thank you,
much.
and the
Sammy.
truth is, I always take Sammy's advice, and he's given me lots of golden nuggets over the years. And Kyle's always like, "Hey, wait, how did you hear about this thing that we're doing today?" It's always Sammy.
That's cool.
You've been on Good Mythical Morning, and you've been on Hot
Yeah.
Ones. Were those all
Those
Sammy?
are
Sammy.
the best
Sammy.
shows
Dude,
on
he
YouTube.
is giving you good. He needs to be your manager.
Those are the best shows on
know.
YouTube.
Yeah,
Well, I believe that children are
that was
the
a good
future.
move. Whoa, hold on, back it up. You did this.
Well,
My glasses have a tendency to fog up. I'm a hot and steamy guy by nature, and sometimes it bothers me, and I'll just go up here for a little while and let them cool off, and then I'll bring them back.
But you did it kind of without your hands, which I thought was pretty cool.
Yeah, well, I can bring them down without my hands. I can't get them back
Can't
up.
get him up there. That would be something.
Then they'd really have
and
a
you mean
talent.
business.
Well, the reason we've been thinking about it is because I'm pregnant.
Oh, really?
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Congratulations.
Thank
Got
you.
a little thing happening. Yeah, it's exciting.
So
do we know? Do we have any idea what's coming out?
We think,
we haven't said that
A
yet.
human.
but I don't mind saying. The person who did the ultrasound, they go, if I had to guess, they said, do you want my guess? I was like, yeah. He says, I love that move. You do it so casually.
There was there's a button on it. Did you see that? So it's like boom.
Look at that. It's like
And
amazing.
I'm ready for business. Yeah.
Wow.
Well, I felt like they were defogged enough, but I was wrong. I actually need like some sauce and a cloth because they're beyond.
You need a defroster, like a little fan inside or something.
I'm gonna use the
Greta,
XX
you're
cloth
going
on
crazy.
my purple people.
Can someone rescue our little troublemaker?
So the ultrasound guys.
Yes, the ultrasound.
I'll
Thank
take a
you.
guess. I'm not sure, but it looks like a girl.
Really?
Well, that is not what they said.
Oh,
They said they saw a little tiny little baby penis and they thought it was a guy.
that's a tip off. That's
Yeah.
the tip off.
But I don't know. Because she's like, well, technically the next ultrasound is when you find out. But if you want my opinion, at one angle, I saw a little penis, which was kind of
At
cool.
another angle, you saw
What do you think?
your angle. It was your angle.
I couldn't tell what I was looking at.
No.
I mean, these early ultrasounds are so crazy because there's like so much space and the baby's just like floating around, and she's doing this thing where she's pushing on the stomach, and the baby's like an eight ball and shaking an 8-ball, and it's like all bouncing around. It's crazy.
It's nuts.
Yeah. So it's a little boy, we think, Theodore.
Yeah.
Theodore, already know. You haven't even met him. How do you know?
I feel it.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel that.
If someone calls him Theo, are you okay with it?
Yeah,
I'm fine. I'm great with
I
that.
do like Theo.
I like Theo.
There it is.
So we've been wondering what we would do as far as Jewish.
The whole Jewish
Culture.
thing.
Yeah.
Because
We're not like religious,
Right.
but it is a way of growing up, doing the holidays and.
also it's important they speak Hebrew because you're family. But the extra school is just so brutal for
I
a
didn't
kid.
know it's extra.
Because they don't teach Hebrew at public school.
They
Tell you
don't?
that. No, sir.
I felt like there was something to be gained also from the moral fabric that you get with Judaism and just in general when you have that cradle of
It's a culture.
that's a culture.
It's an identity. And I very much identify. I think I come from the same.
Yeah.
I'm very much a cultural Jew, you know. It is a what's going on with you? What is it?
I think my mom tried to cover all the bases. I think I was, what do you call it when you're the Christian? You get baptized.
Mm-hmm.
And she just sort of, okay, I'm going to do that just in case.
That's funny.
And I'm going to go with some circumcision in there. That's good. So she mutilated my genitals. Thanks, Mom. No. Yeah, and then it quickly, and then nobody was interested in church or anything, and it was just devolved into an atheist household.
Devolved into a.
Yeah,
I love that.
It's just
And
I kind of gave up.
do you regret being circumcised? Because that is a debate that goes on today. Is that people are angry at their parents for circumcising
Hell yeah,
them?
yeah. Here's one right here.
You
What
wish
are you
that
doing? Why would
foreskin?
you do that? Yeah, we're made fine. All the parts are working fine. You don't do that. That whole like cleaning business is just such a pile of hooey.
Is it?
But you don't know
You don't have
if
foreskin.
you miss it because
Yeah.
you don't remember having it.
I'm going to just take a chance on sexually mutilating babies is not a good idea. I'm just going to take
Well,
a leap of faith there.
I mean,
let's not do
Let me
that.
Put it that way.
I can do that anytime on my own when I'm 18. Oh, I don't want that foreskin anymore. Let me remove that.
I think it looks a little nicer.
Oh, there you go.
Aesthetically.
I think, in my opinion,
I haven't noticed a drop up. I don't have anything compared to, but the quality of my orgasms has been.
all good, all life, baby.
Yeah.
So wait a second. Maybe there's something to
Maybe
be
there
said.
is. Yeah.
Well, do you know what? A lot of people foreskin is complicated business. I've heard a lot of people who end up having to get their foreskin removed in their adult life, and that can be one of the most painful operations.
Sound like a
you can
circumcision
get.
apologist.
Well,
Well,
he's
I
thinking
am,
about it.
frankly.
He's thinking about it.
Because, the debate rages on.
Because now we have to decide if we're gonna do it
Right.
to our
Don't
kid.
do it.
So,
You really?
all these decisions.
Have you asked your parents what they think about it?
Oh, I'm sure
I know
they
what my
say.
parents would
Mine
think.
They do
about
it.
it.
Cut
Yeah.
that fucking thing off. I did a little Jack Black there.
Is that what I do?
Well, I don't know, but I like the exuberance. Yeah.
You're a wild man.
I say cut it off.
All right.
I say cut it off. But I want to ask you guys about, first of all, the HBO show you guys did is beloved to me, still one of my favorite shows ever.
Thanks, man.
How do you, you guys, it stands the test of time. It's hilarious. It was at the time. How do you, tell me about your guys' experience making that show.
I think that we were ranked like 36th best HBO show.
Is that true?
Wow.
Yeah.
Well,
By, I think, HBO. I don't know if
well, it has 100% on Rotten Tomatoes to this
Whoa.
day.
Wow.
It's crazy.
well, how could you not like that?
So it was like The Sopranos,
Yeah.
Game of Thrones,
Yeah.
something, Tenacious D
I don't know.
Shorties.
Yeah, check out your
The only real question is where were we ranked in relation to Flight of the Conchords? Because that's our whole
Oh my
life's
God.
mission is to
That's right.
somehow compete
Oh, I think.
I
with
love
the
those
new
guys.
generation of Tenacious D.
Right. Have you
From New
guys,
Zealand.
are you friends with those guys? You know those guys?
Yeah.
We are friends with them.
Even though we
want that
pretend
collab.
we do.
Is
we
there a
do
bit
like
of rivalry?
I think there was a pretend rivalry.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
been
I
squashed.
I think I was trying to stoke those flames. I thought
I
that
know.
would be the greatest thing.
It's good for business if you
This
can
is
get a
good.
rivalry
P.T.
going
Barnum.
with the more popular version
Start a
of
fight
yourself.
if you want.
That's not
if you want a crowd. And then I think they took it. I think they might have taken it the wrong way.
Yeah.
Really?
Oh, really?
So,
Well-
friendly beef turned to real beef.
Well, in their first show, they had a thing, a little sort of inside joke.
We don't know that this was Flight of the Conchords that put this joke into their episode. It could have been an art director. It's such a small thing. But Kyle, with his powerful laser
about it.
scope
I
eyes,
just heard about it.
noticed that they had like a newspaper, right? Is there an advertisement in a newspaper that someone's reading in an episode? What does it say?
It says Tenacious Dundee.
Oh!
Like Crocodile Dundee.
Of course.
Except Tenacious D. And if you read into that, it's like Tenacious is done. D. And we took that very personally. And ever since then,
And then
we've
we
been
spent
trying
the
to
next
find a way to
10
destroy
years
them.
to try to get them to do our festival, and they finally did.
But we do
No,
we
they're-
do love the Concords.
Yeah, I love their show, too.
It's like they're a subtler, cuter, younger.
Very cute. But you guys are adorable, by the way, can I say? The
Thanks.
beards and
What do you
everything.
Thank you.
We're trying to sort of give a vibe like we're wizards.
You've arrived. Wizardom. I'd love to see
I
it.
think it's in the wizard.
Traveling the earth, searching.
We're very furry.
I love
Are we
it.
furries?
No, it becomes you guys.
What are furries?
I think those are guys.
It seems to be
I
sweeping
can
the
tell you.
nation. Can you tell me
Yeah,
what?
absolutely.
Please.
I mean, here, let me. Well, this first
You
is
go
best
on,
presented with photos, but furries.
I think it's they
Furry
either
thing.
go to Flaming Lips concerts.
Nope.
Anybody?
So this
Or-
might weird you out because again, people are sensitive. So these are people that dress up as critters.
It's a sexual thing, though, isn't it? Isn't it part of
As
a
far as I know, it is a sexual thing.
like
so
you're
these
dating other furries and things?
they dress up as critters and they just have orgies, really, as far as I'm aware.
That seems very, very.
I mean, correct me if I'm wrong.
It
Okay,
might not
I may
be,
be
but-
representing them. So Dan and Ian, please fact check me. But it does seem to have a sexual component.
Yeah, it does.
And I don't know what's the
large?
origin, but the faces, and I
That's
don't.
a cute group there. You got to say that's a nice.
I think that they creep me out.
There is a sexual component from what I understand. I don't know about orgies happening constantly.
look-
Although, I mean,
Well, explain this, Dan.
yeah, explain that.
Got a good
If
point.
that ain't an orgy, I don't know what is.
I just don't know why their faces have to
Why
be
in
like.
Toronto? It doesn't seem like that.
Their
would be-
faces are a little creepy.
Yes, thank you, Hila.
But if it's sexual, it's just a dry humping, right?
No, I
there's
think they
hole.
cut a hole.
They cut a hole.
Oh, there's a hole.
Yeah.
Always. Like the Mormons.
Like it's more of like
Just like the
it's a
Mormons.
flap. It's got to be like a Velcro flap.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
Now that's sex.
But I guess I guess it's kind of nice if you're attracted.
There's a
to
whole
it.
bunch of them there.
That's what I'm saying. And you don't know whose
Fight the
flaps
power.
open and whose flaps closed in this
That-
photo.
Yeah, you don't know.
I guess if you're real ugly, like myself,
And
you
you
put on a
just-
fox outfit and you show dick, and maybe you got a good one, and your face isn't that good. Then all of a sudden you're like, king of the furries.
It works to your advantage.
Right.
You think that's like 50% of the reason why people go furry?
Maybe.
Well, you're kind of hiding your identity. You can't really see. Everyone's kind of equal.
Just
in
dick
furry.
out.
Right. It's kind of like Eyes Wide Shut, but ridiculous.
I wonder if you have to adopt a furry voice, like like your pet voice.
Oh, do they do that, Dan? Or Ian, do you guys know if they talk in furry voice?
They don't.
My flap is open.
I mean, I know that
We have
there
our
is a
sequel.
role-playing aspect, so I imagine that
You have to act
comes
like
up
the animal?
occasionally.
Dan is saying yes.
Yeah,
If you're going to this
yeah.
length, then I would
Really?
assume you would assume the voice as well.
Right.
Well,
I think we should go undercover.
Well, do you paint your dick red like the Red Rocket?
Not often.
Oh, Jesus.
You
Not
don't,
often.
but they might.
I usually.
I just looked it up. I mean, on their Wikipedia about furries, the sexual aspect, it's fairly far down in the article. There's quite a bit to the subculture other than the sexual aspect, although I will note that the sexual aspect, that is the biggest part of the article. So there you go.
These guys fuck like crazy.
I think it's more about the cuddling, really. I mean, I think that's what that's about. You want to get snuggly.
Yeah. I gotta get hot in
I
there.
think all the furries watching are being like, "Thank you, Jack. Understands
man.
this." Ethan is so ignorant.
Really.
I know.
Yeah,
I
that was
People
nice.
don't understand. Yeah. People
It's
they have to get their message out.
So you guys created that show with. I didn't know this until recently. David Cross and Bob Odenkirk.
Oh,
I mean, what an incredible lineup! How'd you guys get?
They
hooked up
shepherded
with
us
those guys?
in. Well, they took us under their wing
Wow.
early.
Well, our first ever show was at a little club that no longer exists in downtown LA in '94, somewhere around there.
Yeah.
We played a place called Al's Bar, and there was like 12 drunk hipsters in the audience, and one of them was David Cross, and he was like, "You guys are rad. Come open for our thing. We do a thing called Mr. Show Live." At clubs in LA, comedy clubs and stuff, and we're like, oh yeah, let's do it.
That sounds
We
good.
had never heard of them, but they had come out. They had just finished working with Ben Stiller on the Ben Stiller Show, and they were starting this new thing called Mr. Show, and then they had already made a deal with HBO to have their show, Mr. Show, on the air, and they finagled a way for us to be on HBO 2 with short films that they helped us
Well, first
create.
we were going to be part of their show.
Right.
I remember. And it's like, wait a minute. These guys don't really fit into our show. They should do their own little after our show, little special thing. But first, I remember they took us to Aspen for the HBO Comedy Festival way back
Wow.
then. And that was very exciting.
That's
Yeah.
Amazing.
And,
Bob Odenkirk is like has a I mean, he also kind of gave Tim and Eric their big
Yeah.
break
Yes.
as well, which is just incredible.
Bob's a great mentor.
Both of those guys,
Yeah.
huge forces in comedy, but they're kind of like under the radar.
Yeah, it's kind of like behind the scenes.
Yeah.
but
but,
great,
uh,
But that was great.
great
to see.
advocates for people. I find that so awesome.
Totally.
It's great to see Bob just bust out in the Saul role.
I
Oh
know.
my
Like take
God,
over
He's
the
way
world.
more
Amazing.
famous for being on Better Call
But-
Saul.
I know.
Yeah.
But he
Breaking
was
Bad, but-
before that. He was like, "Oh, Bob." I mean, he's always doing so many great things. But
Yeah, how was that watching him have a breakout in like the Breaking Bad world? I mean, he's so good.
He's so
Yeah.
good at
I
it.
think he's just a dramatic actor now, really. I mean, that he's just taken onto that so amazingly.
And he's getting other parts too, left and right,
Well,
huge
yeah,
roles.
that
But
was huge.
for me, I always think of that as like a little side thing that he's
Yeah.
doing. I don't think of that as the main part of him. The main part of
He's
Bob
like
Odenkirk
a
is this
writer, and
Comedy.
genius comedic mind. Came out of SNL. He was one of the writers staff on SNL.
Didn't know that.
Just as a writer, and everything that he touched seemed to turn to gold. We were really lucky to cross paths with him and David Cross. In a way, we owe them everything.
they gave us our big break.
They
as it
gave
were.
us the big break.
Yeah.
So I recommend if you are trying to break into the industry,
If you're in the '90s and you're trying to break into
just
alternative
try to
comedy,
somehow impress Bob and David.
that's all you got
Well,
to do.
Jack, as I understand it from a mutual friend of ours, you are also an advocate. I have a surprise.
What?
Somewhat of a surprise.
Oh my God! Am I going to be surprised by someone from a blast from my past going to enter the room?
I think so.
Oh no!
I'm really excited. A friend of mine reached out because he heard you were going to be on the show. And I don't know that you've seen this, he said, but I think that you'll be joyed by it.
Wow.
You'll be joyed by it.
You will be joyed by
This
it.
is like this.
Never
is your
been
life.
joyed.
This is an
It is.
episode of.
So hang on.
A lot of people don't.
Here we go. Tell me if you recognize this.
Oh my God. It's Justin Roiland.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
So
speaking of genius.
So Justin Roiland, Jack Black helped Justin Roiland pitch and sell his first show as EP.
Wow.
Jack helped Justin get his foot in the door.
Kind of.
No, well, and by the way, well, Justin reached out and he's like, Jack is amazing. He helped me and he believed in me. And I just want to say hi and thank you. And that he loves you.
What a mensch.
Well, because you did a little cameo in this. This is the first show he ever sold.
Yeah.
Here's your little cameo, which he says is the funniest part of the show.
What the hell?
Comes up after this. This is unaired. This is juicy fresh.
Who has the chloroform-soaked rag? Hey, Mitchell, how's the zoning coming along over here? What the hell's going on? Abort! Abort! All right, Mitchell. This isn't a jingly winks time. It's a job. Now get back to work.
Kind of place that accent.
Oh, God, I love eating maggots out of dead animals. I love it. I do it all the time. I'm proud of it, too. I show it off. It makes me unique. Nobody seems to care that I do it at work, either. You'd think they would, considering I work in a grocery store, but they don't. They let me do as I please. Oh, listen to me go on. Aren't I a character? I should get my own spin-off show. I'd be huge. Everybody'd love me.
There you have it.
I forgot
How
all
about that, huh?
Dude, what year is that?
That I think was from, golly, I think it was from the early 2000s. Am I right?
But really, he had shows coming out his ears. He was creating amazing content all over the place. I don't really think that was a stepping stone for
He
him.
said it was the first show he ever sold. Thanks to you. You went around, you pitched it with him. You EP'd it.
Did you see him in our show
And he was
Time
your-
Fixers?
Oh, we did a
Justin?
little. We did a little Tenacious D thing with Justin Roiland, Time Fixers. But
I
the
think
thing
we
is,
gave him his big
Justin
break.
had tons of people that believed in him and were looking for opportunities to work with him.
By the way, another photo I want to show you. You're being modest, but this is what he told me, okay? Look, I couldn't believe. He sent me this photo last night. Blow doors down, Jack Black.
Well, he's a saver. I wish I saved stuff like that. Yeah.
Oh, Justin's a horse straight up porter. But I can't believe how young
But
he is.
this is
18
so
years
amazing.
old.
Yeah.
This is like history. I mean, this is a beautiful. I
You know
love
what
this.
brought us together? It was all about Dan Harmon and Rob Schraub. They did that thing, Channel 101, which was a competitive short film.
Yeah.
That's how they all started.
Thing that they did once a month on the YouTubes. And all kinds of creative types like Justin. were
Amazing
involved
came
in
out of that.
Yeah.
But he told me this was at a Mr. Show. He was just there in the audience at Mr. Show.
Yeah.
And he just got to meet you randomly as a fan.
Yeah. No, those were the places to be. Back in 97, you wanted to be at the tapings of Mr. Show. It felt like, they were the Nirvana of the alt comedy scene.
A place to see and be seen.
That's right.
Well, here you have it. I love this photo. This is amazing.
Amazing.
I got to frame this and put it on the wall. So that was our first. I wanted to ask. We have questions from fans.
Oh, nice.
Yes, we have some questions from our fans.
Nice.
You don't take them live.
No.
We do not take them live.
You vet them. Okay.
They were posted
Submitted.
on our subreddit on a fan forum. So allow me to read some to you. This one comes from PJ4242. This one's for you, Jack. What was the Eric Andre interview like? Did you know what you were getting yourself into, and were there any surprises?
Well, yeah, I knew what I was getting into in that I'm a huge fan of Eric Andre, and I knew it was going to be some sick shit, and I was a little nervous about it because I was like, is he going to treat me bad? But he it was what you'd expect. It was about 112 degrees on the set by design to make me uncomfortable. I was sweating profusely. It smelled horrible, and then I found out why later. There were broiling, hot, rotting squid carcasses underneath the floorboards.
Oh my God.
And there was also some surprises. There's a little bit of electroshock therapy every time we did a lie detector test. In a way, it was torture, but it was also like a rite of passage. I felt like it was a late bar mitzvah for me. If I could survive
Second bar mitzvah.
the Eric Andre experience. And I loved it.
It was so funny.
So
It was
funny.
really-
Cheers. Like the soda coming or the coffee coming out, that was pure
From the
surprise, right?
table.
My plan was to try to just approach it like any other talk show. Like,
Yeah.
I'm going on Conan O'Brien now
Yeah.
and do like a funny little entrance like
Right,
I usually do, and then just descend into hell. And,
I saw that.
yeah.
Oh man.
Oh,
You
it's
can find it.
amazing.
Yeah, it's great.
Of
thing.
course.
Yeah.
Everything.
Yeah, but I
Oh.
highly recommend it if you get a chance to embrace the madness
Yeah.
that is Eric Andre.
I love it, and I was so happy to see you there. This one comes from Incendiary Warpig.
Ah,
Which Tenacious D song do you guys most enjoy performing? And how many cock push-ups can you do today?
oft asked question. Oft asked.
Which
Oh,
one?
off task.
There was
The-
2 questions in there,
The cock push up.
Yeah.
and the answer
Well,
is
the real answer is you only need to do one.
that's right.
Yeah.
One is all you need.
Can you still do one though?
I'm afraid I can't
You cannot.
anymore.
no.
No.
I can do a partial, but it's like a granny push-up where there
Has to be.
it has to be from the knees, and
Yeah.
I do
You
get
need
to
a little
do
help.
yeah, a little help, but I can still get there.
What song do you like to play the most?
You know, it's always fun to play the crowd pleasers, but it's one of the deep cuts that I enjoy the most. I think it is Throw Down.
I know that is a lot of fun one.
And it's got some biblical references in there. We kind of
Yeah,
go
yeah.
deep,
Yeah.
and it's about the dangers of blindly following organized religions, and about how it could end up being the end of the world for all of us. The battle of the 3 major. You start with Judaism.
Sure.
Moses came down from the hill, and then you go to Jesus. And then you go to the one that you can't say.
Yeah.
Can't
Even
say his name.
You say it in the song.
How did
And
he?
the
How
3
did?
of them end
You
up
can't-
battling. The 3 of them end up battling in the rain. The world was completely insane. Sound the alarms! Nuclear bombs! You crazy
Wait.
motherfuckers! It's time to throw down.
What was that song about originally? Remember we kind of tweaked it a little bit? Remember?
Oh yeah, no, we had the jam for months, and we didn't know what the lyrics would be, and then we finally realized this jam is so heavy.
It's important. It's an important
This
jam.
is
It
so
needs some
powerful.
gravitas.
We need to hit the
We need some
hard
weight.
with the big guns. We're going after.
But what
organized
was
religion.
it about before that?
It doesn't matter,
Okay.
Kyle. The point is, we're clowns, but we do like to get serious sometimes, and maybe that's those are the most fun ones when we tackle real issues. You know.
Yeah.
Well, I that makes me think because I was watching Post-Apocolypto. Sorry,
Yeah.
it's not fair for me to ask any question with Shredder here. Like
That sweet
Oh.
petunia. I want that dog,
It's all part of the flavor.
but I don't think he's hypoallergenic.
Yes,
he
One
is.
of my
is.
really?
Yeah.
It's
Oh, so
Yorkshire.
that's not fur.
They
That's
don't-
like hair.
Yeah.
It's
mhm.
hair.
He gets haircut.
Oh my
He
God!
doesn't shed.
Gee, you want to come home
He
with
has,
me?
he has dog hair.
He has hair. It will grow to the floor. If you
Wow.
Have a
Wow,
brother
no cut
or
it.
doesn't-
sister?
He doesn't shed. He's a Yorkshire Terrier.
What
They
do you
are
think, Sammy?
hypoallergenic.
Should we get a Yorkshire?
Well,
The best.
Sammy,
The best.
if you trust my word at all,
Are you allergic to dander?
I'm not.
No.
But the non-shedding is like beautiful because they're so clean. He literally shares a pillow with us at night.
Yeah.
He's so and I have a good place I can recommend too if you want to get
I do.
a similar breed.
I do.
I'll tell you off there.
That'd be great.
They're
Thank
close
you.
by.
Yeah, let's not say that on the air because then they'll be all
Save
kinds
the
of
puppies.
competition.
Yeah, you don't want.
I want my pick of the litter.
I'm swear.
You need to get a rescue. Do you know
So-
how many dogs need homes?
Oh,
This guy needs a home.
Well, I'm just saying. I'm just preparing you.
Kyle's right. There will be some hate mail.
Some backlash.
Just for hearing me talk about not getting it.
No, because I've talked about it a lot in this. Because I listen.
We're listening.
Thank you. Now I feel stressed that everybody's listening. This dog needs a home.
Yeah.
What about the dogs that need homes?
They all need homes.
Yeah.
All right, you can keep them.
Thank you. Well, I love him. He's like my son. And when people, again, there are other people that get
they crawl into your heart. They do.
Strange about it, and I do think adopting is a wonderful, beautiful thing. But I've got an ultimate hookup of purebred, beautiful paper-bearing dogs.
Well, it's important
Papers.
when
They
you're
got
talking
papers.
about real allergies. You gotta be careful.
That's
true. So.
But you were about to ask us about
Yes.
Tenacious D.
Yeah.
My dog interrupted. I was asking because you were saying you like to get real about certain things, and I was wondering while I was watching Post-Apocolypto, do you guys think that we are on the verge of a apocalypse here? Is that some kind of reaction to something you're seeing in the world?
Well, one hopes not.
Sure, of course.
Or one hopes.
Yes.
Hopes not.
Hope not. Yeah, I mean that was the impetus to do Post-Apocolypto. We felt like, hey, this is going south real fast. This guy who's the leader of our country is spewing a lot of hate. It's weird. It's scary. And it feels like this is what happens right before some kind of a worldwide catastrophe. This is the kind of talk that you hear right before a world war. So we were like, we need to do Post-Apocolypto to save the world. That's what we were thinking.
And as we see, we're still here. So
you're
welcome.
So far,
you're welcome.
Well, there was a scene where you guys cut off Donald Trump Jr.'s penis.
No, not true.
Or no, you're right. It was. You're right. You guys were very delicate about that.
He actually got a tremendous BJ.
He got it to BJ so good that it was removed from him, or
No. The BJ, the BJ is just like the best BJ of all time. And we use that as a distraction so that we can get the source of all of his power, the crystal of Gilgamesh.
Right.
And then we are discovered.
Yes.
And then he sends his attack dogs. He sends Nazis, KKK, and a demon from hell.
Of course.
Known as the Gorgonzola. What's his name?
The Gorgonzola.
The Gorgon. And then, spoiler alert, I'm not going to tell you any more of what happens then. But there is no penis removal.
Oh.
But there is...
right. His penis is intact. I remember.
Yes, his penis is...
He keeps his penis.
His penis is well featured in the episode.
But it does turn into a mushroom cloud. Spoiler.
Oh, I wanted to say, I paused it. I was like, Ela, we have to watch this again. There's one dissolve in this feature film that you guys need to watch, is that when a tip of a penis dissolves into a mushroom cloud.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow.
You know, the Academy Awards, and they're going to use that as part of the montage.
Well, and of course, just a reminder.
What?
Let me just borrow your magazine.
Oh, no. Really?
That Tenacious D in Post-Apocolypto is in consideration for Best Picture.
It's just an honor to be nominated.
Yeah, it's an honor to be considered.
Well, to be considered.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, that's all.
Yeah.
I don't know who took that ad up, but thank you.
Yeah.
Whoever that was.
Yeah. It's an honor to pay for your own for your consideration campaign.
Yes. Well, I'm considering you guys.
You're very considerate.
Yeah.
But you know, we drew that sequence before we even knew that Donald Trump's penis was shaped like a mushroom.
Oh, that's so funny.
And that was, in a way, it was like a Nostradamus moment.
Art imitating life. Of course, it's not Don Sr.
No, it's life imitating art. We didn't know.
Who's
right?
imitating
I
what?
don't know.
No.
Who knows who's imitating?
Someone's ripping somebody off.
Yeah.
But all the penises were very lovingly crafted in this series.
I love how Elon Musk was.
Elon Musk
cameo
is featured in there. I don't know why we talk so much about Elon Musk in that third episode. It's just
well, of course he'd be in space.
If you're talking about who's going to survive the apocalypse, of course, the super wealthy and the super
and Richard Branson
genius engineers will find a way to.
Who would end up on the? Who would end up there?
But you know, a big part of it also when we were making it was that we felt like we understood the psychosis that is Donald Trump's, the the phenomenon that is his astronomical rise to power, because we have a little seed of his disease too. It's called what is it called, Kyle?
I don't know. Grandiosity, narcissistic.
Narcissism, narcissistic, egotistical disorder.
Yeah.
I don't know what that was. Because we have made our whole careers on this thing about saying we're the greatest band in the world. Everything flows through us. We are the best band ever. And our biggest hit song was the first song we ever wrote, the greatest song in the world, Tribute. And so when we see this guy coming out and go, winning, I'm the best, we know that scam that he's playing, that show, but he's not joking. That's the only difference. And then I started to think about other people in the industry who have made a huge career out of this, and you think of like Howard Stern, the king of all media, and he's the best, and he's kind of joking, but he's also kind of nice. He's kind of got the narcissistic, looking in the mirror all the time, talking about how great he is. And then you look around at other people and you see like Kanye West, he's the greatest, and he's, creating. And you see different people in pop culture that have this disease and are succeeding because the world that we live in now embraces it and they love it. They love a narcissist. And it seems like particular to these times right now, we are vulnerable to psychos who think they are the greatest thing.
Why do you think people are so accepting of this grandiose? The people are like, love that larger than life figure. Is it? Maybe it's always been like that. But you had said like today people are more accepting of it. I wonder why that is.
What do you think, Kyle? Kyle knows all the answers to everything.
It's true, I do. I just started chewing a Nicorette piece of gum. Hold on. Let me put this down over here. Don't pan the camera over.
He's stalling for time. He's trying to think of an answer. When he talks about his nicotine gum.
I think that celebrity is kind of the cachet of modern society. It seems like it's overly valued, and I think Donald spent 14 years being branded over and over again as this kind of super smart business guy, self-made. And I think, unfortunately, that can really work, and just repetition. I mean, there's certain just kind of dynamics at work that we know, that if you just keep repeating something over and over again, the people kind of...
The power of marketing.
Yeah,
the
testament
power,
to marketing. Kind
it
of,
is,
isn't it?
it is.
It's like the best marketing campaign ever.
So anyway, we thought it would be good to go flash forward to the whole world has been destroyed by this megamaniacal demon beast. And we have to pick up the pieces because all of the great movies, in our opinion, are the post-apocalyptic science fiction masterpieces. Road Warrior, Terminator, Wizard of Oz. These are the movies, I think we can all agree, objectively, are the best movies ever made.
Absolutely.
And they are warnings. They are like, look out for the future. And we wanted to jump into that sphere because not only because we love those movies, but also because it seemed like what the world needs now. And only a narcissist could think that they could save the world. And that's where Tenacious D comes in. We are the antidote to the demon because we are the demon.
Well,
I don't know what I'm talking about.
No, but it is.
Well, we're the court jesters sort of pointing out those truths.
Yes, exactly.
Well,
it was very much like a Road Warrior rock opera. And it's on YouTube. It's at tenaciousd.com. You should definitely go watch it because YouTube ain't helping. So make sure to go. Link is in the description, by the way. Go watch it. YouTube. You can watch it in episodes. You can watch it in movies. And, of course, make sure to go. Why don't everyone just go to Tenacious D because you can get tickets there. You can watch the shows there. TenaciousD.com. That is
I should throw in a caveat. Apparently, it's NC-17. So,
well, there's a couple of animated penises. Come on.
There is a lot of love making.
Yeah. And I loved it. It was hilarious. So, Guy, thank you. I mean, it was such a pleasure to meet and be here with you guys.
The pleasure was mine.
I mean, really, we're all such big fans.
What's Kyle doing?
I just want to get a selfie.
Oh, he's doing something very sweet.
Come on, you guys. You're not in.
I'm not.
We got it.
Yeah, and I know you have a lot of latkes to grind.
I
so
do got latkes to
will
grind.
spare you.
But thank you for having us.
Yeah, thank you.
Come down to our
Pleasure.
show when we play.
God.
When we play your town.
Would love.
Please.
All right, good.
Yeah,
And I'd
and
love
just-
to meet your son, or if he wants any like merch or
Cage,
I don't know.
Is it okay for me to say? Lifetime backstage pass for this?
Oh my
trip?
gosh.
Whoa!
Lifetime. Oh my God, are you kidding?
Consider it done.
And I just want to
Wow.
say, if any fans out there want to see the greatest Tenacious D show ever,
Yeah.
December 30th in Vegas is the one to see.
I thought it was.
I think we already said that.
That's the one before.
But also,
Yeah.
Mutual Admiration Society. It's not just my son who loves your show. I have since become a huge fan.
No.
I appreciate the bravery of your honesty. I think you guys really go deep, and I appreciate that. You keep up the good work as well.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.
Thanks,
Oh
you
my
guys.
God.
Thank you guys. God bless you both.
God bless.
God bless. Or as they say, Be'ezrat Hashem.
Well, now you
Oh man,
He
way
really
to circle
knows
back.
Hebrew.
There we go.
Wait,
Guys,
that's
thank
a
you
call.
so much for watching. Have a blessed weekend.
Yeah.
Friday. Hey, have an awesome time, guys. We'll see you next week.
Shout out to your parents also. Shabbat shalom.
Mom, I love you.
He turned
Mom,
out great.
Dad, I
Thanks
love
to
you.
you.
Thanks for the bar mitzvah. You guys are the best. We got a lot to talk about, though.
Say who's on next week.
Who do we have on next week? Is it Jack and Eric?
The boys.
Oh, the Jack and Eric next week. That's awesome.
and Eric.
Can't wait. So we got it. We're all hooked up. We'll see you next week, guys. Have a great weekend. Ba-ta-ta.